Good morning. Welcome to day 111, Quantum's Liberty DeStress series, an immune boost countdown. There's your water, birdie. So today on the phone with us, we have Jessica again. And Jessica is from Winter Park, Florida. Hello, dear. And she's with us to talk about, we started talking yesterday and talking about stress and fear in the face of a very difficult situation with racism in the school, and also with students being expelled and a teacher or teachers being fired. And also in Florida is this gay, don't say gay bill. So we're tapping on all of these issues because they're issues about belief systems that are just structures in our minds. And we were talking just at the end of the session that Jessica wanted to tap on these feelings of fear and feeling unsafe in the school. So she's actually doing her schooling online. And we were thinking that what we would address in the tapping situation, and to do the tapping, we would, by tapping on this point, the karate chop point, we would slow down the firing to the amygdala, which would then lower our stress hormones. When you do 10 minutes of tapping meditation once a day for 7 days, you lower your cortisol levels, that's your stress hormone, 37% in 1 week. And you also raise your immunoglobulins, which is your, in particular, the ones of the respiratory tract, IgA. You raise them 113% in 1 week of tapping. So there's other incredible hormones, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about them as we go along with the tapping. But I thought that what we would do is, one of the most important things we want to do, keep on tapping, is we want to nurture the feelings that are inside of you. And what the purpose of tapping is to address those feelings. So you can tap on your karate chop point. Either one is fine. It's a very forgiving process. So you could do it together too. Is you tap out emotions and feelings, or you address them. You feel them inside of you. But when you're feeling them inside of you and you're seeing that situation, those images and those sounds that get flooded to the brain, what happens is they become, you become able to see them without having the stress response that often occurs when you're in the situation or thinking about the situation without tapping. So then what happens is you can, the other tapping points also address different points of the brain, right? And a German study recently showed that when we do that, when we're tapping on the points, then what happens is that the tapping deactivates the part of the brain like fear or disgust or feeling unsafe, or sadness or angry, and it activates the connectivity across lobes for right action. So this is what it looks like. This is in Dawson Church book that we looked at yesterday. So well, on EEG, what the study shows is that it shows that when we are in a stress response situation, then different areas of the brain are activated at different times. So there's what we call incoherent brain activity. However, when we start doing the tapping, then what happens is the brain lobes communicate with one another. And so this is what happens, Jessica. Look at that. So this is, I believe this is 19 different areas that an EEG was connected to. And so all the parts of the brain are in communication with one another, which allows us to become focused and allows us to, it actually activates areas of the brain that help you to resolve the situation or to handle the situation. And fear and safety, fear dissipates and safety becomes present in your body. So I hope that you will, of course, be tapping along, because why go to the amusement park if you don't go on the rides, right? So you want to feel this shift in your body. So right now, what I want you to do is I want you to continue tapping on the karate chop point. And what we're going to do is we're going to feel all those feelings that you have inside that we addressed this morning. And you were talking about feeling unsafe and hurt and angry because of these racist things that this kid said to you. And you felt overwhelmed from that. So we're going to tap on those feelings of overwhelm and feeling unsafe and fearful. And then we're going to tap in feeling deserving of feeling safe. And we're going to tap in a vision of feeling really, really, really safe. So right now I want you to close your eyes while you're tapping, right? And drop your tongue on the floor of your mouth. And we're just tapping on that karate chop point. Drop the tongue on the floor of the mouth. And I want you to imagine yourself feeling the feelings of feeling unsafe. Feel that feeling inside of you. And keep on tapping. Drop the tongue on the floor of your mouth and inhale to the count of 6. And exhale to the count of 6. And inhale to the count of 6. And exhale to the count of 6. Now on the third inhale, I want you to, while you're tapping and to the count of 6, I want you to figure out in your body, where do you feel that feeling of fear and overwhelm? And what is its number on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is the highest feeling of feeling unsafe, and 0 is feeling absolutely safe. Okay, so in your body, where does it feel? And then imagine that, try to pinpoint it. Like, do you feel it in your knees, or do you feel it in your shoulders? Are your shoulders way up like this? Okay, and if so, give it a number from 0 to 10. 10 is the highest, feeling unsafe, and 0 is the lowest. So now close your eyes and keep tapping. Drop your tongue on the floor of your mouth. Feel where that feels in your body. And inhale to the count of 6. Keep on tapping. And exhale to the count of 6. Now open your eyes and stop tapping for a moment. And you can write in the air what number you have about feeling unsafe, and then also write in the air where that was in your body. And then afterwards, we're going to see if that number came down a little bit. Okay, so here we go. So we always start with a setup statement, and we do it 3 times. And what happens is you say, even though, and then you put the problem in a box, right? And at the end of it, you say, I deeply and completely love and accept myself exactly as I am, with all of this emotion inside of me, just like I am. So we're going to nurture those, and we're going to tap to clear the energy. And the studies from Harvard show the brain lighting up on MRI studies that take care of a release of the energy of emotions having to do with fear and negative emotions, and then a lighting up of areas of the brain that take care of connectivity, communication in the brain across all the lobes. So there's a coherence in the brain to focus on what the next best right thing to do would be. And also it also releases all these hormones and neurotransmitters that we'll talk about while we're tapping, which are wonderful, wonderful. So, so we will put the problem in the box, even though, repeat after me, you're doing great so far. And thanks for bringing this to our attention, because it's definitely needed. Even though, repeat after me, I feel this fear and overwhelm, and I feel really unsafe, and I'm hurt and angry about what these kids said to me. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Even though I feel really unsafe and pissed off at what these kids said and what these people did, I feel really, really, really angry. It's just chaos. It doesn't make any sense. And even though I feel these things, I love and accept myself and trust myself to have my own back, and I accept myself with these feelings inside me exactly as I am. Even though I have these feelings of unsafe and feelings of fear and feelings of overwhelm, I accept and I love myself with all these feelings, with this terrible situation that happened. And I trust and honor myself and accept myself exactly as I am. Okay, inside the eyebrow point, that's right where the eyebrow meets the end of your, meets the skin, right there. And you can do both or one. I usually do both. These feelings of fear outside the eyebrow, right on the bone there. These feelings of overwhelm under the eye, right under the pupil. You can use 2 or 3 fingers. You can do one or the other, it doesn't matter. These feelings that are inside of me, under the nose, it feels so unsafe. Chin point, that's right underneath your lip and above the chin, right where the line is. I feel so unsafe with this situation. Collarbone point, and then you follow your neck down, and you feel those 2 bones right there go an inch down and an inch out to your shoulders. And I usually use all 10 fingers. You can do either hand, right? I feel so unsafe in this situation. Repeating after me, good girl. Now this one is for anger and bitterness and resentment. For women, it's like the bra line, right? For men, it's like right underneath your pectoris muscle. And so you can go on the left or the right. And this is your liver point that you're tapping on. And this releases feelings of anger and bitterness and resentment so that you can feel peace inside. All right, so if you're like feeling that you're really, really angry about a situation, you can tap on this point right here, and that will help to move the energy. And so let's say all these feelings of overwhelm and anger, that this situation even exists. I'm so angry they said that. I'm so angry they did that. Under the arm, and that's about 1 hand length under the armpit, right there. For women, again, it's like right where the bra line is too, where the bra is. This unfortunate situation top of the head. How could people say something like that? Inside the eye. How could anyone allow a person to say stuff like that? Outside the eyebrow. This could ruin lives. Under the eye. This could ruin the lives of my descendants. Under the nose. If I carry this anger forward. Chin point. But it's still inside of me and I don't feel safe. Collarbone point. I'm very, very angry about this. Liver point. I am so upset. Under the arm. This situation is crazy. Top of the head. Maybe it's okay to let something else in. Eyebrow point. I deserve to feel safe. Outside the eye. I deserve to feel much better in this situation. Under the eye. There is nothing as noble, nose point, as an individual, chin point, who overcomes the adversities, collarbone point, of the world, under the breast, and accomplishes peace. Under the arm. There is nothing as noble, top of the head, as an individual, eyebrow, who overcomes the adversities, outside the eye, of the world, under the eye, and accomplishes peace. Under the nose. Wait a minute. Chin point. There might be conflict resolution here. Collarbone point. What would that look like? Under the breast. I deserve this peace. Under the arm. And so do my future generations. Top of the head. Including my brothers and sisters. Inside the eyebrow point. I deserve peace now. Close the eyes and tap on the outside of the eyebrow point. And that's right here where the eyebrow ends. And you tap right on the bone there. Not this far back, but right on the bone. And you can do both sides. And close your eyes and inhale and exhale. And say, deserving peace. Under the eye, you can open your eyes again. Deserving peace. Under the nose, deserving peace. Under the chin, or the chin point, deserving peace. Collarbone point, deserving peace. Under the arm. Deep breath in through the nose to the count of 6. And exhale to the count of 6. And then the liver point. Inhale to the count of 6. Exhale to the count of 6. Top of the head, close your eyes.